What's up, guys? Your boy Mikey Garcia. Just want to recommend the Fat Attack Stack. Help you increase your stamina, increase your endurance, increase your energy levels, and also burn fat. So don't forget the Fat Attack Stack by Snack.
Everyone, Jay Martinez with Fight Hub TV. I'm here with the legendary Oscar De La Hoya, one of the favorite fighters of all time. I grew up, watching all your fights. Remember the good times when you fought Mayweather. We all gathered up, so it means a lot. So thank you first of all for your opportunity. We're just days away for Vergil Ortiz having possibly one of his toughest fights against Maurice Hooker. How do you see this fight playing out coming Saturday night?
I think it's going to be a long fight. I think it might be a little frustrating for Ortiz in the beginning, just because Maurice Hooker has a very unique style. He's very elusive. He's fast. He can think. He has a lot of experience. So I strongly feel that this fight can go past 7, 8, 9 rounds, but I can see Vergil stopping him or knocking him out. He has that power. He has a great corner. He has the work ethic. He's in great shape. So we'll see.
Do you believe that this fight, once Vergil Ortiz comes out victorious, would level him up in more clear waters for the welterweight division of 147?
Look, depending on how he looks, I think Vergil will call out anybody at 147. Anybody, including Crawford, and I wouldn't mind putting him in against Crawford. I think Vergil, depending on how he looks, if he looks great, then and walks right through Hooker, then sky's the limit for Vergil Ortiz.
Let's briefly talk about the undercard. The co-main event is 2 women of boxing. Yeah. I for one love and support seeing women in combat sports. So, can you also tell me a little bit about the co-main event?
I love it. I think women's boxing is on the rise, and I'm glad that I told my whole team, hey, in every single card we have, there must be a women's fight, a championship women's fight, and they've been doing a good job in putting in some really good women's fights on our cards, and Senisa is a fighter, a world champion who. Not only because she's from East LA, but deserves to be on the big stage, and here she is fighting for a world title. I think her opponent is a dangerous fighter, meaning she has a lot of experience. She's coming from Mexico for the first time in the U.S., defending her world title against Senisa, and she's hungry too as well. She doesn't want to go back to Mexico empty-handed, so it's going to be a war.
And obviously, we know all the fighters from Mexico will come to fight all rounds, right?
Absolutely. Look, and fighters from East LA as well. So.
Oh yes, of course. Obviously, we know.
I'm going to tell you, this fight is a good fight.
Let's switch the page. A couple of days ago, we've seen a lot of pictures. About a month ago, we saw that you had a meeting with Bob Arum. How did that go? You was your promoter throughout your career, briefly throughout your career. How did that go? What were discussions about possibly once Vergil Ortiz wins on Saturday night, hopefully wins on Saturday night, could it be an opportunity to face Terence Crawford?
Yeah, look, I mean, we sat down with Bob Arum, and I discussed a lot of possibilities of just different fights that we can put together, like for instance, Teofimo with Ryan Garcia. I think that's a mega fight down the road, relatively soon. I think Crawford with Vergil Ortiz is a big fight. There's other fighters that we can face, like for instance, Munguia with his middleweight that he has, that is on the rise. That can be a really good fight. So there's a lot of business to be done, and that's the one thing about me and Bob Arum, is that we're willing to put everything on the line. We're willing to put our fighters against the very best, and that's something that other promoters should be learning from us. And I'm talking about every promoter out there. Like, don't be afraid to put your fighters in with the best. That's what the fight fans deserve. Let's do it. Why not? Let's make these big fights happen.
You're a prime example of that. You fought the best at their best time.
I promote the way I fought.
Exactly. So you fight them at their best time, at their peak, not going around for years. How close could we see maybe a possibility fight with top, a possibility of fights with Top Rank? Could it be down the line this year, possibly next year? Obviously, with now the pandemic starting to, let's just say.
Yeah, I mean, look, in all fairness to a lot of promoters and fighters, there's a lot of fights that can be made. But you want fans. You want fans in the arenas. I mean, a tank Ryan Garcia, that type of fight deserves 50,000 people. You know, a fight like Teofimo with Ryan, that deserves to fill in 100,000 people in Las Vegas, that new arena, right? The football arena, the Raiders arena. But yeah, I mean. And I can understand that a lot of promoters want to wait, but look, I mean, fight fans are anxious and they're waiting and they deserve to watch the very best. So I don't know. Let's just make them happen. Why not?
You mentioned Teofimo Lopez. I saw the picture. Everybody saw the picture. And tell me a little bit more. What did you talk with Teofimo? We know eventually, there's disputes, maybe possibly him leaving Top Rank. Would you even want to come have him over in Golden Boy Promotions? Tell me.
Well, look, I mean, as far as I know, look, he's with Top Rank, and that's as far as I know, and I know firsthand that you don't butt into anybody's business. Mm-hmm. So I mean, Teofimo is fighting on Triller. Which by the way, Ryan Kavanaugh, I mean, is putting everybody on blast. Let me tell you, it's a new player in town.
With that bid,
and I love it. I love it because it's elevating everybody's game, and this is a whole new model. Like, for instance, he's putting entertainment with the Snoop Dogg and
Ice Cube.
And Ice Cube, and I mean, it's gonna be huge.
He calls it the Mount Westmore.
It's incredible, and so there's a reason why Tyson did 3 million homes or half and half on digital and linear TV, but there's a reason for it. And I mean, Ryan Kavanaugh's doing phenomenal job. So Triller, there's a new player in town, and everybody should watch out.
Yeah, and obviously April 17th there's going to be a fight. Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. So then we've seen what's lining.
No, we saw he named Justin Bieber and all these music. I mean, it's going to be huge.
It's going to be a show.
That's entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fine. Look, boxing is boxing, right? There's Golden Boy boxing, right? And there's matchroom boxing, but then now there's Triller. Triller is like an entertainment fight platform, which is like, people want to be entertained. That's the bottom line.
Simple as that. Would you ever want to see maybe adding a little bit more, some concerts to the fights? Is there something in your mind that's crossed probably maybe down in the future? Maybe.
Well, we've done it before with we had I think we had Banda MS with Canelo one time at the Staples Center, which was awesome, and we had Abner Maris there, and it was a great fight concert. People loved it. It was awesome. But Triller, they're really, it's a real hybrid. They're really mixing in the music with the fights and the commentating with Snoop Dogg. It's awesome. The production is incredible.
Switching the page once again, Ryan Garcia. Have you spoke with him, or has there been talks about his next fight? Because we talked to Javier Fortuna. That could be possibly his next fight. Is that what's going to happen down the line in the next few months?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I have a meeting with him next week with Ryan, so we're going to present to him a pretty good plan for him. So we'll see. We'll see what's next for him. But I think that Ryan, look, one thing about Ryan is that he's in a position, not being a full world champion. He's in a position where he's calling the shots. He's in a position where he's in the driver's seat. Every world champion out there needs him. He doesn't need them. So it's a very unique position to be in. I just want to make Ryan a legend. I want him to be a fighter that everybody respects inside the ring, because that's what he deserves.
You know, speaking with him all the time, he doesn't turn down. He says, I want the A-plus fighters. I want the big fights. And that's something that, again, you did throughout your career. Do you applaud him for that?
I applaud him for that. I love him for that. I respect that. I think you know, he's very ambitious. But you know, there's protocol. There's you know, when fighters like Manny Pacquiao are busy, they have their other plans. It's hard to make these fights because they have a promoter. They're tied in with a network. You know, it's really hard to make these fights. So he has to have patience, just a little bit. That's it. Let us do our job, and we'll deliver those fights when the time is right.
Oscar, I spoke with you in February. I mean, January here when Ryan Garcia was obviously in town. I told you, you look in shape. Now you look more just touchy. You know, you feel solid. You look, you're ready to fight. Is there talks about your comeback fight or even an exhibition fight? Because Fernando Vargas has been training too. Is this something we would like to? Yeah, he has. He's been in social media just getting back on there.
Nice.
So would there be something you'd probably be interested in facing Fernando Vargas?
Mike Tyson awoken every champ out there, let me tell you. I mean, no, you know what? Mike Tyson's a big inspiration to me. I've been working out now for like the last 2 months. I started sparring already. Man, I didn't know I was that good. I didn't know I was that good.
Well, with all those championships you had throughout your career, I mean, come on.
I had forgotten how good I was. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm talking to a few people, and yeah, we'll see.
Before I let you go, Zurdo Ramirez is now with Golden Boy Promotions. Yeah. What are the big plans with him?
Big plans for him. We're right now talking to the zone. We strongly feel that Zurdo can be another great Mexican champion. You know, he's the first 168-pound Mexican world champion. I want to take him to like 50-0, 51-0, 52-0. I want him to face the very best. He's ready. He's 27, 28 years old. I think he's right at his peak. Now's the time to, you know, while the iron's hot, and you know, I want to make him a superstar. So we have big plans for him.
Oscar, it's always a pleasure and honor to speak with you. Thank you so much for your time. Looking forward to seeing you throughout these next few days. And March 20th, which is a couple days away, Vergil Ortiz with Maurice Hooker here in Fort Worth, Texas. Thank you so much.
You got it, my man.
Thank you so much for watching this video. And make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Hub TV. And give us a follow online as well at Fight Hub TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.